E-commerce brand owners. I've generated over $55 million in client revenue. And the biggest thing I've noticed between e-commerce brands that scale and those that can't are the ones that know exactly what their performance max campaigns are doing, from where they're showing up, what types of creative is showing up, and how to optimize that. In this video, I'll show you the exact steps I use in order to do this for my clients. All right, I'm gonna go over the strategy, how to break down account cost by channel, review the placements to see where the actual ads are showing up, what types of creative is performing better, and scaling with new campaigns based on the best performing channels. So first, when identifying the top channels within PMAX, it's kind of hard to see how much of your spend is going towards shopping, video, or display, or search. Just because of the reporting within Google, it tends to be shopping or search tend to be one of the two best performing. And you really want to see this breakdown so you can launch new campaigns, review the products like I've shown in other videos, or the creative of the search campaigns, display, or video to optimize and prioritize it into scaling. And then look at underperforming channels and see how you can refresh creative, look at the placements, and optimize kind of like that. So first, on the performance max breakdown, I have a screenshot and I can go live into the spreadsheet as well of an account example where majority of the spend is going towards shopping here. So you can see the shopping cost is more than like 85% here, followed by none for video and none for display, and the rest is for search. So depending on the breakdown and what conversions you see, you'd want to optimize and scale this. So in this specific example, you might want to be testing more video or display assets within here, or review the shopping campaigns to kind of see how you can optimize that even further to get the conversion rate up, or review the actual search text assets to see how to improve those as well. So hopping in here, now that you kind of see the breakdown of the channels, you kind of want to see the placements as well. And I'm going to hop into the live spreadsheet here. So if we go in here and we see placements, you can see the different types of sites that you're showing up on. You want to make sure that depending on the brand, what they want to be associated with, they don't, you can exclude certain placements that are political, game sites, like this sort of stuff, so that you can essentially improve brand safety or performance overall. On the website side, you can also see what videos you're getting impressions next to if you click within. Well, you can see what video assets you're showing up for. Like some of this stuff is contextual, like video. So you can kind of review that and exclude certain placements. If you see mobile apps in games, you can exclude that from the brand content suitability as well, which is here, content suitability. So you can go into the ad account, whatever you're looking at, and exclude certain content themes, placements, app categories, this sort of stuff. When you're looking at the overall placements here, so you can kind of see that. And then Google owned and operated is basically demand gen type stuff, which I'll go over in a second here. Next, since majority of the performance on this account has mostly been shopping cost here and a little bit on search, it's mostly what you're gonna see is majority search, but there will also be some video and image assets as well. So if you go into the assets tab, you can see the top headlines sorted by impressions here. So you want to see what types of angles and messaging is working better for this particular account overall here. If you're liking the video so far, I'd like to tell you about my Google Ads Done For You service, where me and my team personally look at your Google Ads account to see the opportunities to scale, what to cut back on, and improve your results. If you'd like to reach out for a free one-on-one consultation, book that below. So you can see these different types of angles and just review the click-through rate. If the click-through rate's lower than like 4%, you should probably test different types of angles, but also keep into account the ROAS here. And if there is a certain type of creative that has a higher click-through rate and a better ROAS, you might want to double down on that messaging or angle. But overall, this channel for this particular advertiser isn't very great, like a 1.7. So you're going to want to review search as a channel, or you just focus more on shopping, or launch different search campaigns with different types of messaging, within the PMAX asset groups to improve this overall. And then you can also see for display, because there is a display remarketing aspect. Regardless, you want to just see what types of image creatives working better here, whether it's product focused, stuff with the target audience or persona, and just test different types of creative like that, comparison type creative, us versus them. So you just want to kind of see what is doing better based on click-through rate is really good. CPA and ROAS are obviously the main indicators, and kind of go off of that. A lot of times you don't want to see too many advertisers versus auto-generated here, because that's just going to be made by Google, and it might not perform as well as if you, the advertiser, upload creative and stuff like that. So you can see that breakdown. Then also on the video side, you can see in this particular account, there's a lot of auto-generated videos and very little advertiser videos. So this is showing up in the performance here, but overall, there's not too much spend on video in general, because this account, the client doesn't have too much video creative, period. So this is an opportunity to test this channel, whether it's in this PMAX or separate demand gen or YouTube campaigns. This is something definitely to test. But you can see the different types of creative that Google themselves created with the different messaging and the click-through rates here. So you can get a really good idea of where you're spending majority of your assets and what to do once you kind of see what's performing overall. Next, also within these spreadsheets, you can see the demand gen placements. So demand gen is treated differently because it's not necessarily within PMAX. It has to be almost in separate types of campaigns. So you can see when you're testing different types of demand gen to scale an account, this is very important to see where placements are showing up here as well. So you can see you can show up on YouTube, Discovery, which is like the Google app, or Gmail. And you can see a lot of spend in this account is coming from YouTube, but Discovery is getting all the conversions here. So like images are going to perform a lot better, especially if this client doesn't have YouTube videos showing up on YouTube too much, is going to waste a lot of spend. So this kind of gives you insights of like, okay, maybe this client really needs video if we're going to test demand gen. These sort of things is what you want to kind of see. And then also see like what types of channels are you showing up? Are they like political? Are they movie and TV? More political stuff. So you want to monitor that just for brand safety and exclude anything. Or if you're showing up on these types of things, maybe your audience likes to consume this content, and you can make angles and creative that contextually make more sense to that type of audience. Then similar to like the PMAX breakdown, you can see the best performing video assets, whether they're auto-generated or not, text assets within demand gen as well. So this can give you all ideas on creative testing and this sort of stuff on the account in general. Now, when it comes to looking and taking these insights and actually doing something practical, is, for example, you're seeing on this account, majority of the spend is going from shopping, costs, and conversions. So not many channels are really getting an opportunity to test. So number one, that just shows you that the asset groups need way more videos and images in them to test more, specifically video, so it can test more. But PMAX isn't really going to trust that video or display is going to convert very well. So you'll need to launch brand new either video or display campaigns to kind of push more spend here. And this account already has like external shopping campaigns to kind of push PMAX even more. But this is an opportunity to kind of see what the opportunities to scale are. Just remarketing or prospecting here. You can also see within search, what are the best performing categories that we're currently showing up for? What's getting a very high average order value conversion? You want to kind of look at these more and make new search campaigns to push spend possibly even more in the account. These are different ways that you can kind of look at the overall placement structure, and this can help influence your creative strategy to scale. New campaigns to supplement this so that you can get a better visualization on the account overall and what's performing better. You can also see a breakdown of cost by campaign, whatever in that time period. And this will help give you much better insights for scaling, what strategically to do next in the account, and take your conversions to the next level. If you'd like me to help you optimize your PMAX creative and placements so that you can scale like my clients, book a free one-on-one consultation below.